that you made it by the grace of God. It wasn't your good works. It wasn't nothing that you done. But God, grace and mercy kept you all the days of your life. Maybe somebody been like me. The enemy fighting on every hand, but still you made it. Satan, some of blocks in your way, but still you made it. Doors closed in your face, but still you made it. Listen, I had friends promised they will always be there, but oh, when I looked around, those same friends are gone. They lied on me, they talked about me, caused me heartaches, but still I made it. I just want to tell my enemy, in spite of everything you throw at me, I'm still here tonight, y'all. I'm still standing here tonight, and I can say I made it through. I made it through. I had heartaches, but I made it through it. I've been lied on. Some of y'all been lied on too, but I made it through. I've been talked about, but I made it through. Oh, heartaches, pain in your heart sometimes, lied on, but I made it. Shown up, talked about, but I made it. Fellas, y'all will hear me say, I had heartaches, but I made it. I've been lied on, but I made it. Willie, I've been talked about, but I made it. Oh, I had heartaches. Anybody ever had heartaches? But I made it. Have anybody ever been lied on? Have anybody ever been talked about? Anybody ever had heartaches? I've been talked about. I've been lied on, but I made it. I've been talking about, but I made it. But I made it. Maybe somebody over here can say, I had heartaches, but I made it. Maybe somebody over here can say, I've been lied on, but you made it through. But I made it. Hey, anybody here been talked about? I've been talking about. They ain't never been through nothing. Maybe it's they over here.